Welcome to another edition of McAllen Update. I'm Roy Cantu.
And I'm Roxanne Letterman. Today we're out at the McAllen Fire Department Training Center.
And Roxanne, this is where all the action happened to put the McAllen Fire Department on the national map. The training center was the backdrop for most of the McAllen Fire Department's video submission for Good Morning America's 5-Alarm Firefighter Challenge. The lip sync video, which has now been seen over 48,000 times on YouTube, was selected out of hundreds of entries nationwide as one of only 6 semifinalists. A handful of courageous firefighters lip synced to Safe and Sound by Capital Cities in their very own music video.
The deadline was tight. The video was shot and edited within a 48-hour window, and just hours later, GMA producers reached out to McAllen Fire Chief Rafael Balderas to notify him that McAllen's entry was handpicked to compete for the $10,000 prize. The video truly put McAllen in the national spotlight, but then it was up to a trio of firefighters to compete in the 3-day challenge on national television. The guys made it through day 1 and 2. Roy Cantu has a look at the final face-off.
It's time to rumble for the grand prize at GMA's 5-Alarm Firefighters Challenge as McAllen and Tacoma, Washington go head-to-head. Day 3 is the trivia contest where the crews will have to answer questions about firefighting history and current events while having a member of their team suspended in the air, ready to get dunked for any wrong answer. The atmosphere is electrifying as a small McAllen entourage explodes into a massive Texas crowd. The trivia contest came down to the wire, a tiebreaker question, and in the end, Tacoma was dunked a second time, and McAllen pulled out the narrow victory 5-4 in Times Square.
Amazing. I really am stoked. It was all sorts of obscure questions that were fire related, like they did, who sang, who didn't like, or we didn't like the fire. They asked, what famous celebrity was once a New York firefighter.
Firefighter Justin Hill says tensions were high when they were initially down 0-2. So they switched up the strategy and put their hands on the buzzer ready to answer any questions. That made the difference.
I don't know, there's just no words to explain it. It's cool. It's small town Texas that takes over the nation and wins a grand prize. It's great. It's crazy.
Feels awesome. This has been a great experience. Good here supporting McAllen. The crowd's been awesome. The money's going for a good cause. Support the Fallen Firefighter Foundation, the Texas Line of Duty Death, and we just appreciate the whole experience. And I appreciate all the support back home.
That outpouring of support continued during the homecoming for the hometown heroes. The firefighters were welcomed at McAllen International Airport with an official water salute from their fellow firefighters. And then a red carpet celebration with family and friends followed. The 5-Alarm Challenge put McAllen on the map and the firefighters firmly in people's hearts.
After the big win, McAllen firefighters were swamped with attention when they got back home. Local restaurants and companies to other valley cities. Hundreds, if not thousands of people reached out to the McAllen Fire Department to commend them for the national win.
Bluebell sponsored an ice cream social for all of the McAllen firefighters as a tasty way to say thanks for all their hard work. And the McAllen City Commission issued a proclamation in honor of the emergency responders at their meeting July 28th. Everyone wanted to congratulate our local heroes, including our Hidalgo County commissioners. Here's Roxanne Letterman with the story.
That's right, Roy. We have captured quite a bit of national attention and definitely regional attention here after the big GMA win. Actually, Hidalgo County just issued a resolution in honor of our McAllen firefighters. To fill us in a little bit more on that, Lieutenant Philip Winger, we just had the resolution in honor of you and the guys. How do you feel about that?
Well, we want to say thanks for everybody and for what they've done today, and we have a great group of guys here, and we did awesome in New York, and they represented very well, and we just want to say thanks for all the public support that we've received.
So going into New York and us doing the video at the very beginning, did you have an idea that you guys could actually capture the win?
Well, after we saw the production, then yeah, we knew that we had a good chance, and you guys did an awesome job here on Channel 12, made a great video, so we knew that we had a very good chance.
All right, so how do you feel about the outpouring of support? Because, you guys have been out at Whataburger, or they see the guys out at a grocery store, or today from the county. What's it been like kind of being on the receiving end of all of that?
Well, it's great to have some good positive support here in the Valley, especially McAllen with all the bad publicity lately with immigration issues and all that. It's great to bring something good to the Valley. And we're very grateful, and I think I speak for everybody here when we say that, everything that we do is good to feel appreciated.
Guys, you want to send a big thank you to everybody in Hidalgo County, please?
Thank you.
Woo!
County. Yeah.
And thank you to our McAllen firefighters, and of course, thank you to Hidalgo County. Roy, now back to you.
It's been years in the making, and the city has now taken its first steps towards beginning construction of the McAllen Performing Arts Center.
Roy Cantu brings us the very latest on the multi-million-dollar facility.
We're here at the official groundbreaking for the McAllen Performing Arts Center. With me right now is Commissioner Scott Crane to tell us, how do y'all feel about breaking ground today?
The day's finally arrived. We're excited about it, and we're still 22 months out from having it open to the public, but you see a rendition of it behind us. It's a beautiful facility. It's very iconic. It's going to be 4 split levels, and it's just going to be a wonderful addition to the community, and it will change this community in unimaginable ways, and we're really proud of it.
Commissioner, y'all have been working for years on this project, just trying to get it right. What can people expect when it opens?
They can expect a facility that is full of color, full of life, all of the latest acoustics, and just a place that you'll want to bring your entire family out to, and it'll just be a municipal facility that the entire community will embrace and be proud to have. Can you imagine? I mean, if you get a chance to zoom into the photo or the 3-dimensional model, it'll get everybody a nice feel of what this facility will be.
And let's talk about the McAllen Convention Center complex. You have the new McAllen Performing Arts Center coming up, but you're also going to have a state-of-the-art hotel right across the street.
Yeah, we just broke the groundbreaking about a week ago or so. It'll be an Embassy Suites hotel, a full-service hotel with banquet rooms, conference rooms. It too will be on the side of the pond here. And by the way, this new performing arts facility, from all 4 levels within the facility, you'll have a direct view of the pond. It'll be a beautiful setting, and it's just going to be a wonderful addition.
And this will be a total wonderful addition for the community who comes out here daily to take pictures with their families, quinceañeras, weddings, and this is just going to be an added feature.
It will, and I might plug that also in front will be a beautiful bronze sculpture that's really being done by the art community, and it is a vaquero sculpture, and another addition, and I anticipate a lot of people coming out to take portraits next to the vaquero.
Well, thank you very much, Commissioner, for your time, and thank you very much for being here with the City of McAllen. I'm Roy Cantu.
In other good news, the numbers continue to rise at McAllen International Airport. In June, passenger counts were once again up compared to 2013. The number of passengers departing from McAllen International Airport, known as enplanements, is up 13% over last year. In the month of June, 39,431 passengers flew out of McAllen Airport.
And staying with the McAllen Airport, construction work continues to move forward at the airport. Work on McAllen Miller International Airport will add 55,000 square feet to the facility. McAllen Miller will have a larger terminal with more post-security food options, new seats with outlets to recharge electronic devices, and a family restroom. The extra space will allow the Transportation Security Administration checkpoint to handle crowds by opening an additional screening lane.
A big study is underway in the valley that will eventually lead to water monitors all along the Rio Grande River. The equipment will monitor water quality. McAllen Public Utility General Manager Mark Vega explains.
These water monitors are going to give the ability for municipalities to know the water quality coming down the river before it gets to our plants. So right now, typically, the valley experiences a lot of what's called taste and odor issues. And we experience taste and odor issues because as water quality changes in the river, we don't see it till it gets to our plant. And then we're able to tweak and adjust our chemicals or settings and modify our treatment process to be able to combat that. So the only issue with that is that there's no warning. There's no warning ahead of time of what's coming, what water quality is coming down the river. So these monitors are actually going to be put from Falcon Dam all the way down the river to the coast, to Brownsville. So this will give us an early warning, a red flag, if you will, on water quality as it's leaving Falcon Reservoir. That way we can adjust a day ahead of time or get ready to adjust our treatment process. So not only can we test for example, algae growth that will affect taste and odor, but these monitors can actually pick up other contaminants down the river. So, we always want to stress that these monitors do not replace taking a lab sample of water to tell you exactly what's in that water, but it is a red flag that something has changed, go take a sample. Right now we have no warning, no early detection at all. these monitors will have the ability to pick up other contaminants besides the water quality properties that affect taste and odor. So it'll be an early warning system that contaminants are in the water. We go take a sample and then we'll find out exactly what those contaminants are.
That water monitor study will run through April.
And continuing on the water track, a reminder from the McAllen Public Utility Department. Stage 2 of the Water Conservation and Drought Contingency Plan requires that all McAllen citizens use water only during the hours of midnight to 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. to midnight on designated days for the specified zones.
We are still in stage 2, and that means 2 watering days a week with their certain time frames that they have to water. So we just want them to stay aware and stay cognizant of that. Our lake levels we monitor very, very frequently, and they're still hovering at about 40%, which is combined between Amistad and Falcon. So that's some comfort level, but going into a hot summer, like you said, we're heading to triple digits, we know that those lake levels will be decreasing, and hopefully not too rapidly. So we want to remind our customers and our residents to keep in mind our stage 2 water conservation.
Our stage 2 water conservation was implemented in the city of McAllen a little over a year ago. Kids may not be too happy, but unfortunately it's back to school time, which means drivers need to be safe and smart, particularly around school arrival and dismissal times. Slow down and obey all traffic laws and speed limits, and comply with local drop-off and pickup procedures for the safety of all the children. Avoid double parking or stopping on crosswalks to drop off your kids, and prepare to stop for a school bus when overhead lights are flashing.
Speaking of safety, some emergency responders from Venezuela were here at the training center recently for some vital training from our McAllen firefighters. An independent group of rescue workers attended the special self-contained breathing apparatus confidence course. The training teaches the international rescue workers how to save themselves when trapped in confined spaces or if they're lost in a building. Some of the Venezuelan trainees were firefighters, others from the emergency medical field, and some had an urban search and rescue background. Participants had been planning their trip for 2 years, and they hope to make the training an annual event from now on. That wraps up another installment of the McAllen Update. Be sure to catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and of course on McAllen.net. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roxanne Lerma.
And I'm Roy Cantu. We now leave you with the video that made the McAllen firefighters famous on Good Morning America. Thanks for joining us.